participate. Excuse me? Can we see the pioneering Vice Chancellor? I want them to see that. Yes, thank you. That is the man that started running the university. He invited me to participate in ad hoc official meetings, and I was made to join committees responsible for campus environmental cleanliness, headed by Mama Miss Almaro. She was a retired American Baptist missionary to Nigeria, and a Iwo chieftain and planter of today's Almaro Baptist Church in the town. She was much interested in success and later upgraded to College of Education. When the college was dismantled, some of the infrastructure on ground were utilized for the University of Ibadan Distant Education Program led by Professor Okedara, while infrastructure on ground were utilized for the University of Ibadan Distant Education Program led by Professor Okedara of Ibadan University. A considerable part of the old college to be fully utilized by Bowen University was then in a dilapidated and unkempt state. That was the exact reason why the Environmental Committee, headed by Ms. Almaro, ahead of the visitation by the National University Commission, became very important. I was very active around the first, I was actively around when the first advertisement for admission of the university was placed in Guardian newspaper. I also participated in organized first curriculum establishment workshop that assisted in packaging the university prospectus. I was involved with Papa Professor Ilori of blessed memory in interacting with the first set of students seeking admission. So all those who have entered this university to date, I have either seen their face or they have seen my faces. Thank you. Lectures commenced with 506 students admitted into various programs in the 3 faculties. A year after the university started running under the Vice Chancellorship of Professor Okedara, baton changed hands, and Professor Olagbemiro was ushered in to lead. Of the 3 pioneering faculties, that is, the Faculty of Agriculture was meant to be the arrowhead. Other faculties were Faculty of Science and Science Education and Social Management Sciences, as earlier mentioned. When the Provisional Council of the university came up with the idea that Bowen University should not be conventional, the founding fathers saw wisdom in making the institution practically relevant to the society. A proposal was then made that agriculture students should mandatorily engage in 4 to 6 months practical farming. The objective was to make the students real farmers, provide the beneficiaries with extra income, and above all, help the university to have a veritable source of food supply, which will turn Iwo into the food basket of Osun State, and the local farmers in whose farms the students will work shall also benefit. The Bowen University Faculty of Agriculture started operation by 2002 in a small estate of 4-bedroom blocks located within the college campus. Dean Professor Oluwole Tewe, that's the way I used to call him, Dean Tewe, that was his name. He purportedly had 12 disciples. And I happen to look like the Peter, you know, following this or that. That's him there. Apart from me, we have Mr. Babatunde Olunlade then, who someone has told you has been my friend. I knew him when he was wearing short knicker in high school. that guy was a professor. Huh? We have Dr. J.A. Fagbenro, Dr. Mrs. Foluke Aderemi. All these people I'm mentioning are now professors. They are all of them professors. Dr. Mrs. Valerie Solomon, Mr. Lawrence Kennedy, Kennedy is from Oshun. Kennedy, are you here? Oh, you are blessed. You are blessed. Thank you, please. Mrs. Titi Shogoyomi, Mrs. Bolanle Otegbayo, Mrs. Fumilola Ajani, Mr. T. Ilawa, that was the man speaking English here before I came. Mr. S.L. Lanide and Mr. Dr. O'Neill, all these guys are full professors now, full professors. Other staff members include Mr. M.O. Alabi, that was the pioneering senior farm officer. To the glory of God, he's also a full professor now. That was our technologist. Ms. Shaya Folaju, who was pioneer technologist in the extension laboratory. Mrs. Idogbe, pioneering secretary at the Dean's office. These academics were individuals with strong will and determination to succeed. They were vested with the responsibility for developing their program curriculum, and they carried out other assignments such as teaching, research, administration, and community services. What did Psalm 133, 1-3 tell us? He said, "Behold, how good and pleasant it is for brothers to dwell together in unity." Such was our relationship in the Faculty of Agriculture, and we have clear evidence, like I told you, of how this has worked to our favor. All of them that work close with me have blossomed, and I'm very proud of them. I remember that many of the pioneering staff had no accommodation or house at Iwo, and some of us used to gather ourselves together at night to sleep in the dean's office, wake up early in the morning to take quick bath in the archaic bedrooms that were later renovated to stores for keeping essential departmental records. Some clothing, staff clothing meant for the week, were often carried about in our cars, but the staff relationships were nothing but cordial and communal. It was a humble beginning when we started the university, and no one could have scripted accurately the potential achievements to be revealed in what we now know and see. There came a time when the university administration attempted to collapse the Faculty of Agriculture to a department under the Faculty of Science and Science Education. That was due to low enrollment, which the private institution felt was not cost-effective. At that time, Dean Professor Tewe, HOD Dr. Akade, HOD Olundade were summoned to face a committee of council at the Baptist building. That was in Ibadan. And to defend the faculty proposal for greater revenue generation if it will be allowed to stand on its own. The faculty ambassadors were, however, resolute to succeed, following a common maxim by our then Vice Chancellor, Professor J.T. Okedara, which rendered, where there is a will, there is a way. Another one of his statements, Vie Kolejo Emami. Such aphorisms were propellants that kept us going and doing something positive. Remarkably, Dean Professor Tewe was then at Bowen on sabbatical for part of his accumulated leave from the University of Ibadan. He was, however, constrained to continue his service in Bowen University partly because he did not enjoy enough cooperation from other members of the then Committee of Deans and Directors to match his planned speed and determination to succeed. He indeed met resistance with some radical postures, like allowing staff members without PhD then to take a day off to pursue their program of studies in other institutions. He also gave free hand to the HODs to determine their program direction. And a case in mind was the contest for food science and technology versus home science, which became a very big tug of war. Also coming up with the idea of a faculty journal named Bowen Journal of Agriculture. And it made me, who was then a reader, that's associate professor, a managing editor, packaging a proposal for internal revenue generation within the Faculty of Agriculture, that was part of his problems. After the departure of Dean Tewe, I was selected by management to act as Dean of Agriculture, during which I started the Faculty Agricultural Farm for the purpose of research and dry season vegetable cultivation. This was with a seed money of just 250,000 naira and the support assistance of Mr. now Professor M.O. Alabi, who was then the senior farm officer. I also established a wood workshop to service the university through a modest effort of refurbishing old lathe machines that have been abandoned outside to rot at the exit of the old Baptist College. All of these were innovative ideas which later paid off and gave the faculty a leading edge on their professional pursuits. Managing the faculty after Professor Tewe's departure was a challenge, as the interval called for